Thank you for attending the Tempest. Your show will begin momentarily. In the meantime, please feel free to kick back and relax in our lobby. In the mood for refreshments? Make concessions to your hunger. Literally, whip yourself up a treat. Simply grab your mask to remove it and hold it face side up, just like a dinner plate. Now give it a snap. Voila! Cooking flame. Alright, toss in the egg, a cracker, then give it another snap and yum! A refined patisserie for you, our refined patrons. Visit our memorabilia museum, presided over by the MC, our executive producer, real mover and shaker. He'll shake hands with anyone in a crowd. Historic, but you won't find the stunning museum here. The bar is right next to our nice refreshments. Take a look at the glass, right into the past. Only here is sure you'll find the food. There's grand access to some of our fine lobby amusements. Hello, treasured guests. By default, your general admission ticket to the Decameron doesn't include access to our Gilded Spoke VIP lounge. But if you can find something that proves you have what it takes to be a proper helmsman, we may be willing to make an exception. Icicle. Popsicle. Testing. Is this thing still on? Sorry. To the owner of the white station wagon, your lights are still on. I repeat, your lights are still on. Privileged guests, we are about to begin. Please finish your drinks, take stock of your interdimensional bits and bobs, and conclude all use of the facilities. For without further ado, may we present your
Oh my, oh! Hi! Hello! Snap if you can hear me. All right, that is music to my ears. Welcome to my backyard. I see some familiar faces. I see, oh my goodness, hello darling, it's been a while, but hi. I see some brand new faces. Hello. How are you? I've never met you before. Hi, my name is Haylee. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Hello, my name is Haylee. Oh, I know shaking hands feels a little weird in VR, but it's the thought that counts, right? Exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at you all. So gorgeous, you know? I'm so glad you RSVP'd and joined me in this little backyard soiree. I have no idea what's about to happen, but, you know, I think we should start with a story. Here's a little one for you. This one's called the Decameron. Have you heard of it before? No. Okay. Well, I know you two have, so just be patient and tuck in and enjoy. Here we go. Once upon a time, many, many moons ago, there was a group of gorgeous young souls, much like yourselves, sitting around a campfire, telling each other stories while they waited out the bubonic plague. The end. You know, there's something about a truth to that story, right? You know what? I have another truth for you. I, like you, am home right now. Raise your hand if you're at home. I knew it. Are you at home? No. Are you at work? What? The one soul left on the planet that actually works at work. That's so exciting. Lucky ducky. Oh my goodness. Well, raise your hand if you're at work. There we go. And now, raise your hand if you work from home. I know, we cover all of our bases. So I'm actually at home right now. And believe it or not, I'm standing barefoot in the middle of my living room. If you hear any meowing, please do not be alarmed. That is my cat. Her name is Foxy. And, well, she's a tortie, you know? And so torties have this reputation of being very chatty. So if you hear any meowing, don't be alarmed. That is just Foxy judging me from her basket. All right? Now. Ooh, I have another truth for you. You there. Did you spike my little coffee with truth serum? Oh, we have a little sneaky bug amongst us. Well, here's another truth for you. I am a professional dancer and actor. And like all of my colleagues, I have just... all of my work has vanished. There is not a show on the horizon in sight anywhere in the near future. And I really miss rehearsing. In fact, I miss being on stage. I miss being in that nitty-gritty process of discovering a new story. So what do you say we we do a little rehearsal of our own. Oh, you're both into that idea. Are you into that idea? All right. Are you into that idea? Meh. I'll warm up to you, don't worry. Okay. So, I've been working on a piece called The Tempest. Have you heard of it? All right. Look at you. Have you heard of The Tempest? It's by William Shakespeare. No, you haven't? Oh dear. Well, come gather around close, because we're about to dive into some work. I know the two of you have heard of The Tempest. So, if you say no, then I know you are pulling my tail. All right, so The Tempest is a very particular show. It starts in a very dramatic way. But before we dive into it, let's set our stage. Let's pretend my fabulous balcony is, in fact, a stage. And not just any stage. Let's transport ourselves to London. Let's pretend my balcony is the Globe, the very theater Shakespeare premiered his shows in. An open-air stadium filled with multi-level seats. You know, us poor little groundlings, we would scrounge up a penny to stand right here in the pit or the yard of the Globe. Meanwhile, the noblemen would stand on the stage, or sit on the stage. And believe it or not, that's kind of like the original Splash Zone, because, you know, actors spit, and they sweat, and there's fake blood, and whatever else, I don't know, pigeons, squirrels. Anyway, The Tempest. It opens in the most dramatic way possible. It opens, and our actors are on a ship, in the middle of an ocean, in the middle of a storm. And now this storm is not caused by natural occurrences. This storm is caused by Ariel, a spirit that conjures a terrible storm. Now, let's get this first opening scene off of the page. Now, I need two of you to be on our special effects team. Who would like to be in charge of special effects? All right, we have one taker. Anybody else? Would you like to be on special effects? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, little darling, my little shorty pants. All right, the two of you come over here. There's one torch for you, one torch for you. That leaves you two, my little cherubs with your brand new shiny masks. You guys are going to be our actors. That's exciting. So I'm going to send you up to the stage. And then I'm going to need you to be our sailors that are on that ship in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the storm. And I need you to kind of lose your minds and panic and wave your hands in the air and run back and forth and just be very anxious and scared and frantic and chaotic, okay? Do you think you can cause some mayhem up there? Oh my goodness. All right. So, up you go, and up you go. Our two brave sailors, ready to set to the sea. Now, when I start yelling Shakespearean type things at you, I need you to start running back and forth, okay? And then when I start yelling, I need you to start flashing those lights. Are you ready? Get set. Action! Hi, my hearts, cheerily, cheerily, my hearts, yar, yar. Take down the topsail, tend to the master's whistle, blow till thy burst thy wind, if room enough. Yes, yes, you're doing such a good job. Oh, and take down the topmast and bring her to try with main course. And now you need to steer the ship back onto main course. Steer the ship. Steer the ship. Oh no. Oh no. Steer the ship. Yes! Bravo! And the curtains close and the crowd goes wild. Oh, you know, exactly performed, but there is still a little bit more work to be done. Now, there is something so magical about acting, right? Being able to use your imagination to transport yourself inside of a story. Now, each of you hold a little bit of magic within yourselves. So, I'm going to hand out some little pieces of wood. And I need you to take one and pass it along. Take one and pass it along. take one and... There we go. Now we all have a little piece of wood, right? Excellent. Now in unison, grip your mask and remove it. Hold it like a platter. Good. Thank you for showing. Good. Now let the shard of wood hover in your mask. You can let go of it. It will float all on its own. Good. Snap once above it to ignite it. And now circle in a counterclockwise direction around the perimeter of your mask. You have to snap once. Yes, 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 yes. And now circle in a counterclockwise direction. Good. Keep stirring in a counterclockwise direction. Nice and large circles around the perimeter of your mask. Good. Keep stirring. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let the shard of wood hover in your mask, darling. You can let go of it. It will hover. Good. Snap once above it to ignite it. And now stir the perimeter of your mask in a counterclockwise direction with your other hand. Your other hand. Good. And everybody look towards the fire. And you put the wild waters in that roll. Oh, yes, you have all performed to the point that the tempest that I bade thee, oh, by accident most strange, bountiful fortune, hath mine enemy been brought to this shore. Now all of you go make thyself like a nymph of the sea, be subject to no one's sight but thine and mine, naked to every eyeball else. Now go take this shape. And now everybody, thrust your hands into the air, and at the top of your lungs yell, Ariel! Approach! We come! I boarded the king's ship. Now on the beak, now on the waist, in the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. The fire and cracks, the sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune himself seemed besieged and made his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake. Not a soul. All but mariners plunging into the foaming brine and quit the vessel. And Ferdinand, the king's son, was the first man who leaped and cried, Hell is empty, and all the devils are here. Full fathom 5 thy fathers lie, of his bones are coral made, those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but he suffered a sea change into something rich and strange. Sea nymphs hourly ring its knell. Hark, I hear them, ding, dong, bell. Whoa, that was wild. That was Ariel. Remember that spirit who conjures that terrible storm? That was Ariel who sings and summons that tempest. But what about the tempest itself? Like, what about the actual story and the play about it, right? I have questions about that, and you might too. So, before we get started, I need to ask you a very important question. Does my Prospera costume look cute? You knew I was going to say that, didn't you? Yes. Oh, thank you. I mean, wardrobe did such a good job. I mean, they're artists. They're absolute artists. It's gorgeous. Now, come gather around. So we are here in Prospera's cell. I'm playing the role of Prospera. So this is my home. And this isn't just any ordinary home. This is my memory palace. So believe it or not, you are inside of my brain, inside of the home that I constructed for myself as this character. It's a little meta, but that's okay. It's just, yeah. Anyway, here we are in my memory palace. Now, what is interesting about a memory palace is each little item that I have here holds some dialogue or a memory of Prospera's. Exactly like that magical staff holds dialogue as well. Oh, please don't hit me with my staff. That's not... Hey! Do you need me to remove you? Do not hit others. That's not kind at all. Oh, alright. Everybody give them a hug. Big group hug. Group hug. Group hug. We don't hit our friends. We don't hit our friends, and if you do, I might have to... Well, it's not really punishment, but I might have to ask you to stop, okay? Okay, thank you for not hitting. That takes some serious restraint, I know. The temptation... Hey! You kidding me? You kidding me? Alright, let's continue. So, Prosperous Self. Ooh, I also use a method that I like to call the Golden Nugget. Now, the Golden Nugget is not a tasty little crispy treat as it sounds. Even though it sounds like a little chicken delight, it is actually a fancy way of saying I have a mantra for my character. Now, Prospera is a very tricky character, you know? And so whenever I feel a little lost in my direction with her, I just repeat this mantra to myself. Would you like me to freeze your movement, darling? Or take away your magic powers, because I have that ability. Okay. Alright. So, Prospera's Golden Nugget is this. And remember this, because it will come back to haunt you. Those who control the narrative controls others. It's a little bit manipulative for my liking, but you know, that's William Shakespeare's character that he wrote. Alright. So now, there are some ants in the pants. Everybody, you have 15 seconds to find a little knick-knack of Prospera's, and I will bring thee to the present of how Prospera, the former Duke of Milan, came to be in exile. 15, 14, 13. Go grab a little knick-knack. You can grab one off the bookshelf if you want. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Good, everybody back. Oh wow, that was very brave. Right into the pool? My goodness. All right, come gather round. What little items do we have? We're still waiting. Oh, it's very exciting. You know what? I might start with this staff. Can you hold on to that hat for me, darling? Thank you so much. All right, we're still missing one little... Oh dear. There we go. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, all right, all right. Oh my goodness, did you bring a puppy? Is that Prospera's emotional support dog for her exiled ship ride? That's very sweet, but I don't think Shakespeare wrote in an emotional support animal, but the sentiment is brilliant. All right, let's start with this magical staff. Pass that here, darling. Here, let's start with the magical staff. Pass it here. Thank you. All right, so when I hold on to this staff, this comes to my mind. With the help from the kingdom of Naples, my brother Antonio did usurp me and set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. Oh dear. Now. Ooh, that hat looks great. Pass the hat here. Oh, you also have a hat. All right. Well, there are two little lines that we can work with. Oh, you want to wear that hat? You can wear it, and I'll give you the lines for the hat if you want. Excellent. All right. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right, but through foul play we came from thence that my uncle and my brother, called Antonio, did claim the dukedom of their own. I mark me, pray thee, that a brother should be so perfidious that he, whom next thyself of all the world I loved, and put him to manage my state. Oh, and you also had a hat, didn't you? Okay, so this is another one for a hat. Here we go. The hat, the hat, the hat, the hat. Or do you want to grab a different item? Grab a different item. Yeah. You should go grab that magical... No. Grab that magical glass growler. Yes. And where's my shorty pants? My shorty pants had a little something or other. What did you have, darling? Ah, the quill. The power of ink on paper. All right. So, the quill. It's a bummer not being able to move, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, but I asked you not to hit anybody, and I had to freeze you in place to keep everyone safe. All right. So, the ink, the quill. So, here we go. My brother Antonio made an alliance so dry he was persuaded by the King of Naples to give him annual tribute and do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown. The dukedom bend, the dukedom yet unbowed. Alas, poor Milan, such ignoble stooping. Oh dear. Now, the honors, darling. Is your magic working? Good. Now pour the contents of that bottle into the pool. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There we go. There we are. Oh, my people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged nor tackled, sail nor mast. The very rats instinctively quit it. There, they hoist us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong. And there I am. Oh, the saddest memory I have, the memory that starts this journey, is right there in that bottle. And there I am beside my darling Miranda. Oh, Miranda, I have done nothing but care of thee, my loved one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, that I prosper a masterful food or sell and die, no greater mother. Oh, such a cherished memory. Do you see that? Anyway, the sound of this water, the fact that, I think it was you, may have put a little truth serum in my coffee, and maybe I had a little bit too much coffee, and this might be TMI, but I need to go to the bathroom. We're going to head back to my backyard, and I'm going to take a little bathroom break. Here we go. Help yourself to some marshmallows. I will be right back. How are those marshmallows tasting? Are they good? Is that one for me? Oh, thank you. That was delicious. Oh, how are you feeling? A little sugar fueled? Feeling good? Feeling good? All right. Now, I have a pop quiz for you all. Don't answer it because I know you know the answer, okay? Oh, thank you. A flaming marshmallow. Oh, please don't try to burn me. That might hurt a little bit. Oh, you're not very kind, are you? Oh dear. It's okay, just leave them. Just leave them. Just leave them. All right. Here's a little quiz. What is sweeter than a flaming, gooey, toasty hot marshmallow? Do you know the answer to that? You don't know. Do you know? Do you want to say what it is? No? Okay. Do you want to try? Do you want to say what it is? What is sweeter than a toasty, gooey, hot marshmallow? Okay. Can I give the answer? Can I give the answer? Okay. Love is sweeter than a flaming, toasty, gooey, hot marshmallow. Or a marshmallow. Mm-hmm. love. So, let's go and discover the love scene of the Tempest, shall we? Let's transport ourselves there. Let's all jump into the flames of love. This is a new way of transporting yourself. Everybody in the fire. All right. So much is given to fate and luck, because the island that we washed ashore used to be presided over by an evil witch. Now, this witch was so evil that she imprisoned the very spirits of the island in the trees. The very trees we see right here. Isn't that amazing? Now, I told you that this was a love scene, but actually this is a scene about Prospera and her manipulative plans. Who here remembers Prospera's golden nugget? Do you remember it, darling? I knew it. Do you remember the golden nugget? Excellent. So Prospera's golden nugget is this. Those who control the narrative controls others, right? So, like I said, we might think that this is a scene about love, but really this is a scene about Prospera flexing her manipulation muscles. Now, let's cast this little scene. Now, this is a scene between Miranda, Prospera's daughter, who we saw snoozing beside her on that boat, right? Do you remember that? Okay, good. And Ferdinand. And Ferdinand is King Alonso's son. And Ferdinand is the first man who leapt off of that flaming ship, and he was the one that cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." That was Ferdinand. So Miranda and Ferdinand are going to get married and fall in love. At least that's Prospera's plan. Because if they get married and they fall in love, then Prospera gets to return home to Italy, and all of her suffering will be undone. Because that's totally how things work, right? Marriage totally solves all problems. All right. So, let's start. Wait, darling, do you want to be a tree? Would you like to be a tree? Yes? No? Do you want to be a tree, or are you making a tent? Oh, you're making a tent. All right. Well, continue. We'll just be doing a scene over here, and when you're ready to join us, you're more than welcome to join, okay? All right, all right, all right. So, who would like to be Miranda? No takers. Would you like to be Miranda? My darling little daughter. Okay, let me get a costume on you then. How's that? Oh, you have a flower crown and you look gorgeous, darling. Can you give me a little pose, like a little nubile, little fairy princess pose? Oh, my name is Miranda, and I'm gorgeous. Oh my goodness, you are a natural. This character was made for you. Now, I need a Ferdinand. You want Shorty Pants to be Ferdinand? No. Okay. Would you like to be Ferdinand then? Do you want to be Ferdinand? Hey, you there building the tent. Would you like to be Ferdinand? Your building skills really are those of a young prince. Would you like to be our young prince? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, we have a Ferdinand. Now, who would like to be Ferdinand's soul spirit? Would you like to be Ferdinand's soul spirit, Shorty Pants? Excellent! And we have a team Ferdinand. And that means that you are going to be Miranda's soul spirit. Gorgeous. So, Ferdinand, I need you center stage. Miranda, I need you to hide behind the tree over here. Hide behind the tree right over there. Excellent. And I, as Prospera, am going to hide over here behind this tree. Because I want to spy. Oh dear. I am in the tree and I can't get out. Alright, okay, that's better. I'm going to be over here spying on you all, okay? Because this is me watching my master plan envelop before my eyes. Here we go. Ferdinand, center stage. Do I need to restrict your movement again, darling Ferdinand? I hope that's not the case. Ferdinand Soul Spirit, center stage. Excellent. Alright, so Miranda appears from behind her tree, spies on Ferdinand, and says this. Oh, Oh, what is it, a spirit? Lord, how it looks about. I might call him a thing divine, if nothing natural I ever saw so noble. And then Ferdinand says this. Oh, the goddess on whom the heirs attend. Oh, you wonder if you be a maid or no. Miranda. Oh, no wonder, sir, but certainly a maid. Ferdinand. My language. Heaven. Myself am Naples, whom with my eyes not since ebbed. Beheld the king, my father, wrecked. Good job, everyone. So just to break that down a little bit, Ferdinand is like, I'm Naples. I'm not really a piece of land. I'm a representative of Naples. Because if I was a talking piece of land, that would be super weird. And Prosper's still spying on you all this whole time. And, I think Prosper's feeling a little guilty for spying on her daughter's love life like this. And so Prosper's going to enter this scene. And, she has to have a little chit-chat with Ferdinand over here, who has been flirting with her daughter. And, Prosper will have none of it. So she comes here, but first she has a little pensive moment, and she says this, they are in either's powers, and with this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning to make the prize light. And then she looks at Ferdinand and says, a word, good sir, for I fear you have done yourself some wrong, a word! And now, Miranda, you come in between Ferdinand and Prospera, and you say this, Mom! Mom! Come in between us. Break up our fight. Mom! Nothing ill can dwell in such a fine temple, Mom. Ferdinand's super cute, and I like him a lot. Because Prospera, this is the moment Prospera starts flexing those manipulation muscles. She accuses Ferdinand of coming to her island to boot her out. All right, and now, Ferdinand, you respond in the only way you know how. I am going to give, oh dear, I can't believe I'm about to do this, but here, that is your sword. And now, you and I have to fight. Let me get my magical staff very quickly. All right. Are you ready, Ferdinand? And, action! Draw thy weapon, traitor, for I shall disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop! Ha ha ha, look how heavy it is. Thy nerves are in their infancy and have no vigor in them. Ha ha ha. You think you're a strong prince, but I have magic! High five. High five. But this means that Ferdinand, high five, little shorty pants, high five. This means that Ferdinand is now in Prospera's employ. And so Ferdinand, I need you to start building a stack of wood. Can you do that for me, Ferdinand? Create a stack of wood. While you're creating this stack of wood, Miranda, you're distracting Ferdinand. And you're like this, yoo-hoo, oh Ferdinand. And Ferdinand responds by saying, yes. And Miranda's like, oh Ferdinand, would you like to be my husband? And Ferdinand is like, yes. And then Miranda says, does that mean we're engaged? And Ferdinand is like, yes! And congratulations to the young couple, you are engaged. Prospera's going to give herself a pat on the back because her manipulative plan worked. And now let's do a little talk and walk. So on the other side of the island, the dukes and lords have escaped the Tempest, and they are wandering the desolate land. You know, King Alonso is there. Ferdinand, that's your dad. And he's crying like a little baby because he thinks you have perished in the storm. And my wicked brother Antonio is there. Oof, I don't like Antonio at all. You probably remember some of the little sentiments about Antonio from my memory palace, don't you? Now, I'm going to have my soul spirits be representative of the other dukes and lords. I'm going to have you be representative of King Alonso, and you are representative of, I'm so sorry, evil Antonio. All right, all of you go ahead. Go make yourself some food. Have a little sandwich, or a little, I don't know, steak. And I will see you in a jiffy. Go on ahead. Stop hitting me. My goodness, you're rude.
but he invited you here. What are you doing? Spit that out! You are menacing, and on this island, lingering perdition worse than any that can be at once shall step by step into you and your ways, whose wrath to guard you from, which here, on this most desolate isle, else falls upon your head, nothing but parts. For 'tis my business that you from bond did supplant with prosper. What are you doing waving a sword at me? You can't hurt me more. You can wound the loud winds or be mocked at, stab and kill the still closing waters. Besides, it's incredibly rude to wave a sword at your guests. But I guess you don't know any better, do you? No, you don't. That's unfortunate. Anyway, what do you guys think of the costume? It's just me, Prospera. Oh my goodness, you're giving me roses? Is that how this harpy costume is? Thank you. Oh, I have to say though, bravely figure of this harpy hast thou performed mine area. A grace it didst dwell. I leave these enemies in their destructions. They are in the hollow. And I leave them these spits while I visit Ferdinand, whom they believe is drowned, and is in mine love charming Miranda. Now, let me pluck the petals off of this rose and let's see. Shall we have a wedding? Shall we not? Shall we have a wedding? Shall we not? We shall have a wedding! Oh, yes! Let's get out of this crummy air and go have a lovely little celebration.
There we go. Much better. Good. I have to say, that harpy was super scary, and she made all those dukes and lords pee themselves out of fright. OMG. Just a second. I cannot stand the look of this ruff on you. Let me just... There we go. I always think when you guys have those little ruffs on, you look like little chihuahuas that have come back from the vet and are just, you know, have that little cone around their head. Looks mighty uncomfortable. Now, let's get right to our wedding celebration between our beautiful Miranda and our Ferdinand, who loves to test the bounds. All right. Now, let's have Ferdinand and Miranda stand under this arch right over here. Right over here. No, Miranda, this way. You silly goose, Miranda, over here. What I'm talking about. All right. Perfect. Ferdinand, I need you to No? All right. Who was Ferdinand's soul spirit? Ferdinand's soul spirit. We have our stand. Our... Yes. Ferdinand are going to get married. Darling, you're about to miss the wedding and I need you as a goddess. All right, you two come here. You are going to be our goddesses. Miranda and Ferdinand, you are about to be wed. Here we go. And Prospera gifts the young couple a little vanity of her arts, a little je ne sais quoi. It's, she gets the island spirits to dress up as different goddesses and bless the young couple. So, what goddess would you like to be? There's the goddess Iris, there's the goddess Juno, and there's the goddess Ceres. You want to be the goddess? Oh, well, Ceres is the goddess of agriculture and fertility, and you're holding a branch. That's a perfect prop for Ceres. Bravo! Okay. So, let's get Ceres to bless this young couple quickly. Ceres, step forward. Ceres, step forward. That's you! You're the goddess Ceres. There we go, see? And now you have a little goddess crown on, just like that. The Ceres does not harm the young couple. Ceres loves the young couple. Oh dear. Well, let's just get Sarah's song off the ground, shall we? All right. And how about you and I give us a little dance, okay? Now, when we sing the song of Sarah's, we dance. Hit it! Honor, riches, marriage, blessings, a long continuance, increasing hourly joy, still be upon you. Sarah sings her blessings upon you. Good. Sarah's. Bravo, well done. And just like that, Sarah's releases the rings and looks at her brand new mask. Sarah's, your mask has changed. All right, now, would you like to be Iris? Good. And now, Iris is going to bless the young couple. Are you ready? Here we go. Iris, hit it! You nymphs called naiads of the windring brooks, with your sedges crowns and your ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels and on this green land answer your summons, Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, it's time to celebrate. A contract of true love can never be too late. Bravo, bravo. And there is just one last ritual. Oh, you know what? I did not give you a goddess crown. I'm so sorry. There you go. Now, let's have our last ritual. Let's hold hands all together. Now, Miranda, do you take Ferdinand to be your spirit? Oh, gorgeous. And Ferdinand, do you take Miranda to be your spirit? Oh, thank you, Ferdinand. And you, our goddess, our overseer, our... Oh, my great assistant and help. Do you want a little polish on your mask? Oh, there you go, darling. Look at that little shimmer now. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. I think we've lost... Oh, dear. Oh, well. I have to say, with that blessing, we have returned. Oh, gorgeous. Thank you, Ferdinand, for that little explosion. And you know, all has been made right through marriage. Prospera gives up her magic to return to Milan. And, well, now so too I must leave you. I'm so sorry. You know, I have to say... Oh, can I have my magical staff, actually, so we can conjure a storm? Mm-hmm. All right. So, there we are. Now. Let's have one final ritual together, shall we? I have to say thank you so much for being here. I give you all a huge round of applause. Oh my goodness, you guys have been fabulous. You as Miranda, you were amazing. Thank you. And you stepping in as Ferdinand at the very last second. My goodness, you studied your lines. You did that so well. And you, as the helpful hand, you were fantastic. And I hope you come again and you don't hurt anybody, because fighting is not so kind. Anyway, let's continue with our final ritual. Now, as we can see, the storm is picking up. Now, all together, follow my arms. Our revels now are ended. Those, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and have melted into air. Into thin air. Like the baseless fabric of this vision. The cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, and the great globe itself, all which it inherits shall dissolve. Like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. For we are such stuff as dreams are made on, and in this little life we are rounded in a sleep. And now... let's have a little dance party before we must part from this illusion, shall we? Woo! Here we go. Whoa! Alright, let's break it down. It's time for solos and Miranda! Give us a solo, Miranda. Yeah, girl! Well done. And... ooh, Peter Papaya! Give me a solo, darling! Yeah, that's awesome. Good. And my shorty pants Ferdinand who came to save the day, solo. Good. And you, darling, solo time. Give us a staff, give us a baton twirl with that staff maybe. Because you love that staff so much. Maybe you can give me a staff solo. Or you just want to wave it around? Okay. Oh, and throw it! That's so exciting! Wow, alright, I have to say then, you... oh. Okay, great. Well, you, audience and spirits that have been in my charge, I free you to the elements, and fare thou well. Ciao, darlings, you have been incredible. Thank you so much.
Welcome back.